Greenville was the textile center of the world because what began here in Piedmont in the late 1800s. We have the mill, we have the river. The river was the reason the mill that was here. The property was purchased to build the area up in the mill before the Civil War. And after the Civil War, we still could not get the materials to actually build the mill. So everything that went into that first mill came from here. The trees, we had a quarry that actually did the quarrying here. We had a brick facility. And ultimately, we ended up with 4 mills that partnered either side of the river. And then, of course, we lost our footbridge last year to the storm. But that footbridge was that was the center of everything. People crossed that bridge several times a day to get from one mill to the other. And then our mill burned in 1983, I believe. The whole mill went. And at that time, it was on the historic register. Everything was here because of the mill. This was a mill town. The mill owned the village. The mill owned the houses. The mill owned the people because, yes, we had our company store. The museum was actually started by Don Roper. Don Roper was well known in the area as a historian. He did a lot of interviews. He went to the schools and taught people. Don was known as Saluda Sam. And I'm sure a lot of you who read the newspaper from Piedmont, The Informer, you were always anxiously awaiting the article from Saluda Sam. And our artifacts began with the collection that we received from Don Roper, but originally from Mr. Rouse, who started the museum and the collection way back in years when the mill was first started. In the museum, you can find the artifacts, you can find clothes, you can find furniture of the period, you can find information on the churches. Back when the old Union Church was here, and yes, the mill actually kind of owned the church because it provided the insurance, it provided the building, and for all 4 of the churches that were established here in Piedmont. We have annuals, we have photos, we have historians generally on site. I'm not one of the historians, I'm more one of the hysterical people. But we do have actual Piedmont historians here that can give you a good history of what's happening, and we're real proud of what we have. Look for us on our Facebook page, Piedmont Historical Preservation Society. We do updates and we respond as quickly as we can to any messages that you might have for us.